Here we go, Fishing Maniacs. Welcome back to another one. We are live. We got the boy Tweezy, and then we got my boy that way, Money Mike. There he
I
is.
can never figure out which direction.
Oh, right. It's like
The worst part is a lot of times I end up mirroring my camera, so then it's in the opposite direction anyways.
that's it. We
That's
got
funny.
the gang out. Going over some top dates, but yeah, we just get it rolling. You guys been fishing lately? That's always the number one question.
So I was actually just saying in the green room, but I am officially done for open water. But I actually went down and fished with my boy Bobby on the Connecticut River,
Hmm.
and he caught his PB Smalley. I don't know if you saw that Instagram reel I put up yet, dude, but 19 1/4 inch Smalley, like a 4-pounder, and he caught it on BFS on 2-pound leader. 2-pound floral leader, dude. That pole was like bent beyond the blank and it jumped twice on him.
That's fun.
Dude, it was one of those moments where I'm filming in the background. If you actually watch the stream, I started the camera as I dove for the net. And the net wasn't even extended and we were in his boat. So I'm like frantically trying to extend this net knowing he's fighting, a 4-pounder on 2-pound fluoro with a BFS reel that has like no torque at all. And I was like, oh man, this is chaos.
That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts.
It's fun. It's honestly, I didn't catch crap. I caught like 2 smallies, but watching your buddy catch his PB, it's honestly, it was a 2.5 hour one-way drive, 100+ miles. It was worth every moment just to be part of him catching his PB. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it made the whole trip worth it.
there's nothing better than that. Nothing better. What about you, Tweezy? You still fishing, right? You was fishing this morning, won't you?
Yeah, I've been fishing all week, man. Been fishing all month. I haven't stopped fishing, man. Hey, I keep it going, man. I'm in the process of trying to grow this page. You know what I mean? Trying to, build the community, build the family, build the gang up. So I've been going live pretty much every time I go fishing. So that way, I can try to get my watch hours up. So I've been out there, man.
Yeah,
That watch hour grind, man.
Yeah.
I had a
I
crazy.
ain't too
How was your? How were your? You got some good views this morning.
it wasn't too bad though. Well, today was kind of low.
My last one, I did it. I don't know where it came from, but that went crazy. I got 5,000 views.
Yeah, see, like this morning I only got
Holy smokes!
like 345
Yeah,
with about 15 watch hours. But I don't know, it was tough this morning, man.
yeah.
Tough.
Sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to get my stream to go, so that's why I keep looking off to the left.
Anything this morning, Tweez?
Huh?
You catch anything?
Oh yeah. I mean, I caught fish, man, but this private pond that I go to is, man, it's magical, man, for real. So, when you go there, man, like in my mind, I'm already expecting to catch like 4-pounders galore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Water temp was stupid cold. It was crazy windy. Water was dirty. It just wasn't a good bite today.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was just throwing the wrong things. I don't know.
All right. I guess we could get cracking off into the topic of the night. We're talking about our top, I guess there's no real number on it, how many we got, but we're talking about our top baits of the year. Some things that confidence baits, I guess you would call them. Things I know everybody here does a little bit of tournament fishing. So that's why I figured I'd grab you two guys. I know Mike does his Vermont trails. Tweezy got the stats up behind him. I think he got going on over there. I think a couple AOIs up there. I think he came in.
Yeah.
You did all right this year too, right?
No, I didn't do too good this year, man. Well, actually, I didn't even fish a whole lot of tournaments. I did I did a couple of tournaments, like big national tournaments. I did the Bass. Where we go? Gunnersville. I went to that one when they did Gunnersville, and then I went to North Carolina. Those couple tournaments, I didn't do too hot down there, and then the season kind of phased off for me. I was doing a lot of monthlies, maybe a few, one day tournaments here and there, but I was focusing more on my business. So
Yeah.
this year it was a grind with the business, and now like I'm gonna go ahead and pick the fishing back up as far as tournament wise next season.
Yeah. All right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know how my tournament season rolled up, watch the video tomorrow because I don't want to give it away too much. But I had a really good tournament season this
I was
year.
gonna say, I feel like you did all right this season. I think I overheard some stuff. So,
Dude, it was the weirdest thing because I will say, without a teammate, I wouldn't have done shit. But having a teammate made all the difference for me because we have such contrasting styles that, and that's what it was, dude. It's what saved me because I would have gone and done the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like he keeps me humble in the sense of I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to go swing for the fences and throw glides or like something dumb because I'm not catching fish in the first 3 hours. And he's like, no, we need to go fish that dock, and then somehow, some way pulls a 16 or an 18 or a 20 off that dock.
Or he's just fishing the opposite lure that you're fishing.
Yeah, and the cool thing about like the Slay Nation stuff is we're both in kayaks, but we're 30 yards apart. But that does work because he loves to be like dirt shallow, like practically foot on the bank. Whereas I would rather be out cranking or throwing a swim jig or even dragging a jig, more power fishing style. But what we learned is he does that. He goes up and does his thing on the shore, and then I stay 30 yards off the bank, cast deep, and fan cast. So we're covering the whole zone by doing that, and it just it changed. It's funny when you fish with a buddy how much it changes your perspective on how you approach water.
Yeah, especially in a competitive situation like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting. I forgot that Slay Nation does that there. Is it all the Slay? Because I think they have one in Jersey. I'm pretty sure it's the same setup.
So they do it on the when you're doing the small vessel series, it's considered a team trail.
Yes.
But they do it kind of funky and it's kind of cool. So you can be in you could be in a full size bass boat as long as you don't use your gas motor.
Yeah, see, I don't agree with that.
It honestly, dude, I'll tell you, the bass boat has a disadvantage.
You think so?
Because the bass boat is only propelled by you cannot even drop your gas motor. So you are stuck with even the fanciest guys with like Ultrexes, they're getting 4 or 5 miles an hour out of their trolling motor.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I can go just as fast with my pedal drive as that guy can in this bass boat. Yeah, he can hold more tackle. Yeah, they got more room, but they're actually really kind of limited. Yeah. We have, dude, literally in this trail, we have guys it's a team trail that fish solo. We have 2 dudes in a canoe. One of them fishes with a fly rod. We got a guy that's in a 18-foot bass tracker, and then we have guys like me and my buddy that are in kayaks.
That's nuts.
Like every spectrum, guys got everything from no electronics to forward-facing sonar. That's what's cool about these grassroots trails is that you don't have one thing,
And I'll say it, I ain't got no problem saying it. The real reason why I'm ducking mine is because Vegas is in mine. I'm not against Vegas. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. If y'all don't know who Vegas is, it's Vegas Iaconelli. It's Mike's son.
Yeah.
And I think he won I don't know if he went to all of them, but I know he won 2 events this year.
Is he using Dad's kayak setup? Because Mike does.
I imagine he has his own.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if I was Mike Iaconelli, I would just, if I'm sponsored by Old Town, I'd be like,
oh, dude, I'd have a fleet of them.
Son, even if they said 50%, he'd still be like, okay, bet. You know what I mean? Here you go, kid. But
Absolutely.
I don't know. Like either way, I just know that he's still damn good, and I just think I ain't ready for all that just yet. So that's just my only thing about it. I'm not going to take on Vegas. He got it.
Come on up, dude. You should come up. I think there's a Slay New York.
I think so, right? But I think all those are up. That's the problem with that for me. It's like I'm in the ugly middle where it's like,
yeah,
because it's like I think Cayuga's 4 hours, dude.
Oh, dude, so you're just as far from Cayuga as I am then.
Yeah, but you're just like you're like up, you're just straight across from it almost, where you got to maybe come down a little bit. Like
I live in Vermont, dude. There's no straight. Yeah.
I'm all the way down here, and you're
Yeah.
like up here, so you got to come like down and over.
True.
And I just got to come straight up, dude. Like it's crazy. Hold on, I'll check.
Yeah.
I think I've done this like 4 or 5 times on stream.
Do you ever do the KBF monthlies for Vermont?
No, and you know why? Because there's 3 dudes in it, and the same dude wins every month. So it's really weird up here. Like the monthlies don't do well.
Yeah.
It's really rare to find a guy that. So like the KBF monthlies, that's where I started. It's kind of where I cut my teeth on the tournament stuff, and it was me and like 4 other dudes. And there's this one dude that can catch like 21-inch smallies. He can catch 5 of them every month.
Yeah.
So I got to beat 100 inches every month, and I just got to the point where it was like. Yeah. And then because there's only like 5 guys, only the winner takes the money.
Yeah.
And I honestly got pissed, and I'm going to probably burn a bunch of bridges by saying this on the internet, but KBF isn't fucking vetting fish anymore. They're just not. I don't know who their company that they hired to do it, but for the last 2 years, I've gone and checked stuff when I was playing, any KBF tournament I participated in, there was literally that guy submitted 3 of the same fish with the same bag of chips in the background, the same scar on the fish's face. Like I contested a couple of fish, and the fish was almost immediately approved after I contested it. Like they don't care because there's only 5 guys in the. Yeah. So I'm just like, I just don't have any desire to. I'm the tournament director for Slay Vermont now. I took it over.
Yeah.
Like, and and the difference is, and I get if stuff happens and you miss stuff, but like I am on the opposite end of the competition where literally when I'm going to be competing in my own trail and I'm handing my phone to one of the other competitors to mark my fish. Like I'm not even going to score my own fish.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though I know I'm not going to be screwy about it, I'm literally going to make up this big display of being like, here is my phone. You're going to score my fish.
Yeah.
Just because
we've done that before. Like one of the tournament directors in one of our clubs, he came to me and I had to score his fish during a tournament that he put on. But to piggyback off you on KBF, I say I'm on the other end. I mean, I like KBF. Sometimes they can be a little slow at times when it comes to like payouts. You know what I mean? But I never had an issue with getting my money. But as far as challenging fish and stuff like that, I never had a real issue with. I think I came into one issue where I felt like a fish should have been denied, and the guy just like he went against me. I challenged it, but it is what it is. I end up coming back and winning anyways. But it's one of them things where my fish got denied because of a kind of a similar reason. But when I bring that up to somebody else fish, I mean it didn't hold up. But you get those situations, man. But as far as challenging fish, I think that's the only situation I had where I had any issues.
Yeah, and Mike, I think that's also like you said. I think it's just.
I don't think it's KBF. I think it's just they have so many tournaments that they're tracking that Vermont having 5 dudes, sometimes 3, sometimes even like last month there was 2.
10 guys, they're kind of just like, all right.
Yeah, they probably just let it go. I know, like Indiana,
Scouts up.
it varies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got a lot of guys.
A lot of guys that gunning for it.
Yeah, and then Illinois, it's a few guys that pretty much stay at the top. You know what I mean? But
you know who has a huge kayak tournament scene I never would have suspected is Arizona.
Yeah.
Dude, it is. I was shocked when I found out like how big kayak tournament fishing is in Arizona. I didn't even know they had water, like let alone enough places to go bass fishing.
Barely.
But it's like Slay Nation, I think, has 2 trails down there. I think KBF does decent business down there too. It's crazy, dude. Like,
so is Slay Nation like nationwide?
Yeah. So what they do is it's each state, but it's weird because they do it as each state is volunteer directors. Basically, you basically, if you want a trail in your state, you talk to Frankie and say, hey, I want to do it. And then what's cool is in Slay Nation covers all like the insurances and all the regulation stuff for you. And they handle all the membership fees and all that stuff. And then from there, what's cool about Slay Nation too is like, because like up where I am, there's a trail, there's 2 in New Hampshire, there's 1 in Massachusetts, there's 1 in New York, there's like 3 in Connecticut because that's where Frankie is. And I think there's 1 in Maine. If you buy their like upgraded membership, you can go fish all of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have your local trail that has AOI, but you can go participate in anyone else's trail as a one-off tournament because you're a member of. It's like KBF where you're a member of the whole group.
All right, but okay. So as far as Slay Nation, each state is its own entity, kind of like franchising, basically, right?
Right. Yeah. So you have, and it's actually even broken down even more. So like, for example, New Hampshire has they have different tiers. So they have a small vessel series.
Yes.
And then they also have a kayak series. They also have a horsepower series where they have like a small, like you have to have, I think it's under 100 horsepower motor.
Yeah.
So each series is actually literally run by the director. There's not a lot of oversight. If there's something that's like a dispute or a conflict or something like that, then that would come into play, and then the main director, Frankie, who owns Slay, would step in. Okay. But other than that, basically, like I have full autonomy over my schedule, how many people I sign up, what I do, when I close my roster. And we do
do money flow through you or do money flow through
that all is actually handled by Slay Nation. So that's handled through, I can't say that. The money for my trail flows through me. And the reason for that is because in Vermont, we have 0 cell phone service at a lot of the lakes. Like you cannot use the app. You just can't. So we do kind of like a paper tourney. We literally do cash at ramp, and then we literally put our phone photos in like an album, and then they just hand me the phone. That way I'm not looking at the wife's titty pic or something nasty like that. So basically they hand me the phone and I go through it, write it on the board, then we do it there. But most of the Slay Nation guys do everything through TourneyX and PayPal.
Yeah.
And Slay Nation pays them out.
I know that the Slay Nation, they still do writing on the board though. Because even the ones in Jersey around here, you still see they still write it. Like they might still use the app on the phone.
Yeah.
But at the end of the tournament, everyone comes together and they write it on the board. They take pictures of the board, which I do kind of like.
Yeah, it's what's funny, dude, is I hated the idea of it originally, right? That we were going to do a paper tourney because I liked having the leaderboard. I liked being able to submit fish. Not being able to auto cull your fish it actually adds another level that you didn't think about.
I feel you.
But what I did is I just created an Excel sheet on my phone.
Yeah, you submit.
And I sort it. So I literally put an Excel sheet on my phone and I put in all the lengths of all the fish throughout the day. And then I just sort it largest to smallest. So the top 5 are my top 5.
Problem,
dude. You should see some of the graphs and crap I have. I'm looking at 4 screens right now. I'm high level nerd. But what I do like about the paper tourney deal is like you don't know who won till you get to the win.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
You just
Like, it's
feel
not like
you're
when they turn off the scoreboard, you knew
Yeah.
I was 3 inches behind. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, we won in thinking I think 3 we won. I think 3 or 4 we won. We won like a bunch of the tournaments where I was convinced that we had not won. Like, I was convinced we didn't have enough
Yeah.
right until
It's a big difference for your confidence, and it's a big difference for your level of consistency.
So honestly, you know what it does is it makes you
hard.
fish differently because you're
Yeah.
not willing to like
Mhm.
you stick to your basics because do I want a home run or do I want to stick to the finesse on the shore just to get a limit? Because I don't know. Whereas if I know I'm 20 inches behind, I'm probably going to go grab a freaking glide bait and just try to go home run a 20 incher because I'm like, I might as well go for broke because I'm not going to get it with 212s.
Yeah. That's it. All right. Let's get into some meat and potatoes.
Absolutely.
We're going to start swinging around. We'll try to keep these a little short-winded here because we just smoked 20 minutes. But grab these baits, fellas. A little show and tell. I guess you can no set order if you want to say this is number 1, 5, 8, whatever you got. But yeah, I guess damn, should I start it off? Yeah, why not? I guess I'll bring out the old dusty spinner bait. This right here is I think this particular one is a 1/4 ounce, and this one actually has the Aussie on the back. It's an unreleased 6 Sense bait. I do really enjoy the Divine 6 Sense spinner bait. I don't think I have a regular size one on me, but reason being is the hook shank is a little bit longer. So almost every single time I hook them, I get them in the side cheek, where this comes right through the middle of the cheek, and there's like no way for them to get out with the barb. They got to do some craziness to get off that. So that's why I'm a big fan of that. I love running it over wood. I go back and forth on the 6 or the 7 speed. I do like to run it a little bit slower.
I'll start the.
Yeah, I feel like I just, I feel like it's part of my ADHD. I'm like, let's go. So I feel like that 6 speed. I'm just in the nice moving zone, and I got like 6. I think I throw it on a 6.3 right now, 6.3 something like that. So I've been obviously I had real good luck with that. That was one of my key baits this year. So,
do you ever throw it without a trailer?
Yes. So this year, not this. I throw the juggle on it a lot, and it's just such a light. Actually, you know what?
I throw the juggle on chatterbaits a lot too. That's actually a sneaky little trailer for a lot of stuff.
I forgot. I do have my. I forgot I have my whole crate right here, so I can literally.
That juggle works, like the small juggle works on the like the chatterbait mini and all that too.
Of course, and this is why I need more organization.
I was gonna say you could do another episode on the best organization tackle boxes.
Actually, no. I don't use smoke stuff. I'm a beta head. I am a beta head. Dude. I can't find them. Wait, here they go. No? Really? Jermaine? Is this real life?
Looks like it.
I look like an amateur right now. I feel like
I'm not gonna lie to you. When you said back a couple baits, I was like,
Hey man, I was hearing some little ruffles about Slay Nation down there in Georgia, man. I heard things like they had 2 clubs.
Yeah, he said they have the small vessel and the kayak club down there, my boy Daniel. That's what I was gonna say. I think they have different dude, this is gonna blow my mind. Is this real life?
I'm prepared. I say you
No,
unprepared,
Michael
man.
Bradley's lighting you up, buddy.
I have.
Yeah, letting you have it, bro. See?
Nah. Now I'm like nervous. What happened to all of them? Somebody just robbed just my. All right, Tweezy, you go, so I can.
Save this man from his own failure here.
No,
man.
let me be in my head too. I'm like,
I don't have a whole lot of stuff, man. Seeing that I didn't do a whole lot of like tournaments, I was doing more monthlies. And,
so that's what I was gonna say. I'll cut you off real quick. I'm interested to see what you pull up because I know you're a very consistent man because you are mostly in a tournament setting, and I just think I just found them all. Yes, I did. Okay, I'm gonna cut you off again. Sorry.
all right, go ahead and do your thing, brother.
So this damn thing, God bless it, my bad. So
This damn thing, he says.
I just like it. It doesn't do
That
that.
color too.
Yeah, fire. But it doesn't really.
Yep.
It's just kind of this there, and it's just like, oh, it gives it a little body, and just gives it a little back there. So
The best part about it is it doesn't interfere. It doesn't make the blades roll. It does the same thing with chatterbait. It doesn't throw it off course. It just gives a little wiggle back there to make it move.
I got some good colors. But... Okay, my bad, Tweez. Go ahead.
I thought you was about to finish your list.
No, that's it. We're gonna go. We'll go 1-1 and we'll swing around. We'll go 1-1-1-1. So if one guy's
okay. All right. Since we on a since you went with a moving bait, and can you drop that down for me?
Yeah.
That comment.
Yeah.
I feel like it's right in my joint. I'm gonna go with my one of my number ones is that's the chatterbait, man. So I usually throw exclusively jackhammers. You know, I usually throw jackhammers, and that's really it. I do play around with the Thunder Cricket, just for the simple, but I don't really play with the Thunder Cricket until it get a little bit cool outside because the Thunder Cricket has a tighter wobble, almost like a flat side would. So I usually play with that when in a cooler months, but summertime, springtime, man, all year round, this chatterbait been doing this thing. And I threw it in all different type of colors, white, green, pumpkin. My favorite is bruised green pumpkin, and it's like a I send it to you all the time, man. It's the green pumpkin with the black and blue, man, fire. And I usually only throw one type of trailer on there, man. I love these Z-Man Paddler Z's, the Z-Man Paddler Z's.
Yep.
Man, these things is money, man. They got a segmented tail and like a little boot tail, man. This thing, when I tell you it kicks, but man, this thing
It lasts
right
a little longer too when they start biting on
yeah.
the tail. They don't rip it off.
There it is.
Yeah.
Got it.
The only thing that sucks about those though is they will eat the skirt if you leave them on there too long.
Yeah. But yeah, well, actually, I haven't ran into that, but I do put them in boxes with other stuff, and that's it there, man. And then I like to pair that with the deal color of this Paddler Z. So I only throw two or three different colors: white, green pumpkin, and like a black or something like that. Part.
Have you messed around with the Evo at all? Did you play with that at all? Since it's like supposed to be the cheaper jackhammer.
It's right here.
So that was, dude. That is weird. So that bait in the spring, from like May till July, was pretty much my main moving bait. Was the Evo.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I couldn't catch a fish on it from July through.
So
I don't know what happened. I don't know why it killed.
Nah,
or
it
died
wasn't
off.
you. It wasn't you. The chatterbait just fell off. Like,
Dude, it was
Yeah.
pissing me off too because I literally bought a rod for chatterbait. Like I was killing it on the chatterbait, and then all of a sudden the bite just went. It just like
yeah,
Like,
chatterbait.
done.
Like,
this
yeah,
year, thing.
I say around like April, May.
yeah, right after
like
the
it
spawn and after
Right
those
after
fish
the
stopped
spawn,
beating
it
up.
just
It was
shut
like
down.
3-4
Yeah.
weeks after the spawn, and then it just like was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I feel
But I
better,
was
dude,
still-
because
I
I
was
kept
still
buying
cut.
new ones. I kept buying different
Yeah.
colors. I was like, "What's the trailer?
Nah,
What the hell is
they
going on?"
would still catch big fish for me, like, but it would be like one big fish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
wouldn't be
one a day. Wasn't
multiples.
catching the numbers like
Yeah.
it usually
Yeah.
was.
It wasn't catching
Okay.
numbers, you know.
So here, you ready? You can see it right here. Here's my problem with the Evo, and I'm not mad at them. I get it. You know, like that you go from retail anywhere from $15.99 to $19.99. I've seen them in store for $25 jackhammers, which I think is absolutely insane for anyone to go to the store and pay $25. But do you, if you got it, smoke them if you got them, right? So here's my problem with the Evo. See that snap?
Yeah,
Snap.
the snap sucks.
Sweet.
Look trash.
Yeah. And look, barely even.
Look how fat. I about to say, look how fat it is. Like, it's
look,
supposed to be narrow.
So here you go. There's the head of the bait. Is there any paint missing? Barely, right? So like,
Dude,
this is fairly new. Like I caught
the painted blades. The paint comes off them quick too.
That doesn't bother me too much. Like, you know, even on I got a jackhammer here. Like,
I don't know why they did that anyways. The painted blade is it's like pointless to me. Yeah, that's how all mine look.
You know, and I guess we'll piggyback. I'll just piggyback off Tweezy right now. This is going to be on my list, the chatterbait as well. I'll pivot to something else, but right here, guys, this is I'll let my secret out the bag right here. This one particular Tackle Warehouse exclusive, straight black. And then I like to put that, what is this? This is the spunk shad.
It looks like a spunk shad, yeah.
And, you know, I just literally mix it up. I like to put the white on the bottom. I think this might be the Beehive Delight. But, you know, straight black on the chatterbait. Everything's black, half ounce. This one has literally, this is the reason why I got down to knucklehead, this bait right here. Literally, this one and a divine spinnerbait are the two reasons why I went to knucklehead. This is the exact
chatterbait is how I got that one right there.
Yeah. And this particular one caught 4 19s and 2 20s within 10 days. And look at the snap.
Dude, so a little cheat code on that.
Like you can see that. I still got the tie. It's still tied on. Like the snap is fine.
I wrote.
Spro makes a quick clips.
Yeah.
Dude, you swap those snaps out with the quick clips.
I actually bought new snaps.
Yep.
So
I use the quick clips because they're easier to get in there because you can just turn them. Mm-hmm. Whereas trying to get a snap, you ever tried to put a snap in the way they put a snap in there? I broke 3 of them trying to replace the snap in one of those things.
Just trying to get them in there.
Yeah, because you have to bend it just right to get it to fit back through those holes, dude.
Through the holes. Yeah,
it's awful. That's why I buy the quick, and then it's because it's got the side thing. You just turn it.
I threw mine off. I threw the rest of it off, man. Yeah. This was I don't know how it happened, but I think that little metal piece opened up maybe, and it came off.
Crazy.
My only problem with the jackhammers is up here. I have pike and pickerel.
Yeah,
and I end up spending $25 every time I go fishing because they take one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
That's. I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. I've got jackhammers, thunder crickets, slobber knockers. I bought freaking big bite baits versions. I bought.
Yeah.
I mean, I try them all.
That's why.
Yeah, I got them all, but jackhammers, man, they just stand out. They stand out among the rest.
They do.
I got like one pocket here for jackhammers, and then I got one over here to the right. And that's like if I go to spots like that, I got slobber knockers. There's one.
I don't even like the slobber knocker. I don't like the skirt on the slobber knocker.
No,
I don't like that material.
So it's a different material because it's got the scent in it.
Well, it's thicker too.
Yeah, it's thicker. So you know what? From my personal experience with the slobber knocker, colder water. It's like you said with the Thunder Cricket, that shimmy is tighter. It was a little bit of a one-off. Granted, because of the temperature, and it was just very weird. But I caught bass in February. I think what was that? Was it 2 years?
I tried using it, man. I was doing a red one for a long time.
Yeah. And if you want to throw a chatterbait into wood, so this is the biggest thing about the slobber knocker is
that'll come through wood way better.
Yeah,
because of the head.
Yeah, that's what I heard because of that head. Yeah, that blade is
it like actually catches and then flips over it instead of like burying into it.
This is the blade. I'm holding the hook. You can't ever see the hook outside of the chatter blade, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is the jackhammer. See the difference there?
It's a bigger wobble.
Way bigger wobble. That right there gets you snagged on wood. Now, I'm not knocking it. I don't think you can knock a jackhammer if you want. If you really, even if you tried, you're a bozo. But you know, it's literally just a different bait. You know, so I remember, because what I did was I threw a slobber knocker straight into wood and tried to get it hung up because I was just testing it. So I'm like, okay, all right. Maybe that's the difference. When you want to throw it into a lay down and you want to slow roll it out of the lay down and kind of, you could probably do that with a slobber knocker. Jackhammer, hell no, it's gone.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Well, you can do it with a jackhammer, but what I recommend is that you find a bait with like a creature bait with a flatter bottom, so when they do roll over, it kind of goes over it flat versus it rolling over with like with like one of these things. You know what I mean?
I used to use the rage bug for that.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. Like if it's going over that, you know, this will make it roll over and that hook get stuck instantly. But if you get that creature bait, it'll slide over it and it won't roll because it'll be flat.
Yeah, beaver style bait, stuff like that work good for that.
Yeah.
That flat bottom, like I used to use a creature hog for that. Actually.
What do you got, Mike? We're going on and on and on.
So we're in that same kind of category. So this bait right here is actually funny. It's probably the cheap. We went from the opposite ends of the spectrum. So this right here is a Booyah. It's actually a pitching jig that I've been rigging as a swim jig because the way the head design is, it's pretty much a swim jig. Mm-hmm. But that right there caught me probably, I'm going to say 70% of my fish this year. This is what I went to when the chatterbait stopped working. And what's cool about it is this is actually an aftermarket skirt that I bought. So I highly recommend, and I'll put a video up about this, but this is a replacement skirt because Booyah skirts suck. They pretty much are shredded after the first fish. This skirt's been on for a month and a half and probably caught 15 or 20 fish. And it's just got a silicone collar on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually, in a way, you actually save money because what I did is I bought a bunch of different colors. And then when I want to switch skirts, I just literally, instead of switching whole baits, I just pull the trailer off, swap the skirt, put the trailer pack on, and now I've got a different jig. But what's crazy is, like I said, this right here is a $3 jig.
Yeah.
Instead of a freaking, like I was buying, and don't get me wrong, before I insult Mr. 6 Cents, the 6 Cents Divine Swim Jig is pretty freaking stellar. That is a good swim bait.
So
that swim jig, I've caught a lot of fish on that, but for some reason that particular one, I've caught so many fish. Just I don't know why. That one right there is actually the one I'm using.
Yeah, that one you had before. What? Let me see that black and blue one.
Yeah, I knew you.
Yeah, that one right there. I want tournaments off.
Yeah, me too. This one's caught me. This exact one right here has put multiple 20s in the boat.
Yeah, that actually I caught maybe like 96 inches
Yeah,
with that one.
like this
And
one.
something to say about we were complaining about hardware.
Mhm.
Booyah's hooks, they're not the greatest.
Yeah,
6 cents hooks
stupid.
are insane.
Yeah,
That ain't nice.
I literally left a 6 cents trace in the lake for 3 weeks because my rod fell in the lake. It was in the water for 3 weeks straight, hooked on my hook keeper, and the hardware was still perfectly clean. No rust,
yeah.
nothing. So it was literally sitting in a lake underwater for 3 weeks, and the hooks were sharp, and there was the split rings were fine. Like you can't do that with Strike King or Booyah, or it'll be rusted and nasty by the time you get out of the water.
Yeah. Well, with the Mustad hooks, they may last, but the hardware not those.
Yeah, the Mustad hooks are solid, dude. Those are awesome.
Yeah.
But
I like them a lot. I just been
Yeah.
buying a jerk bait. I've been buying a jerk bait with them on there already.
yep,
You guys have any 6 cents rods, real quick?
No.
no, I've heard they're good. I know guys that fish them.
I got the MFer medium heavy moderate 7.2. Amazing.
I'm surprised you didn't go all in when you said you were looking at rods. I mean, they have an entire.
I'm probably gonna get. Honestly, I'll probably get the Justin Royal's always screaming about his 610, or it's either the 7.2 medium moderate or the 610 medium moderate. I'll probably just get it just because.
Dude, get a 610. I'm telling you, it is.
They're nice.
It changes your life in a kayak because when you're working a jerk bait, I actually bought a medium heavy because you can work a frog and a jerk bait. Like you don't have that extra length when you're in a kayak trying to work a bait. You can't because you're just slapping the water. Whereas that 610, dude, you can literally just pop it and it's just not hitting the water.
It's nice.
It is.
Or what you can do is find you a rod with a shorter handle.
Yeah.
You know, I got a KVD rod that's got a short handle, so when you go to jerk it, it don't hit nothing up here.
Yeah, my FX rod, the butt's like that long, so I can really hold it in my hand and do that, and the handle's just going up over my wrist.
Yeah, it's all.
Hey, you make me want to go outside and get it so I can show y'all. I was saying something about it on my live the other day because I had put on.
You got a question here?
No, I didn't buy the hyper bag, man. When they did that tournament, I'm sure once everybody got those gift cards, they bought everything up, so I wasn't able to get anything.
I was interested. I saw that. Anybody tried to give the Gen 1 Copperheads a try yet? Mike Bradley said they catch. That's the seat. You seen that one where it's like the chatterbait where it's got the two brass BBs in the bottom.
Okay.
So where the blade hits, it's literally hitting metal on metal.
Oh,
okay.
No.
Yeah.
Sound interesting.
Yeah. Look it up.
I'd try it.
Gen 1 Copperhead. It does look pretty cool. Let's see. Fish and Fix says he doesn't like the Evo. Little mixed reviews on the Evo. Lindsay said she likes them.
Thing is, dude, I caught so many fish on them in the beginning of the year, but I think it might have just been because it was a different sound they weren't used to hearing. But then you start, like I said, the problem again is the whole pike deal.
Yeah.
Dude, when you get a pike on, I mean, they shred the skirts anyways, but then when you got a shredded skirt and then the freaking snaps bent out, I'm like, great. I saved $15, but I got to buy 3 of them because I won't get through a whole day with one. So does it really save me money? I don't know.
Exactly. Yep. Michael Bradley. I'll probably end up getting a Douglas just because my club is with them and I get a hell of a discount. So I'll probably get a couple. Because my thing with the 6 cents rod is I'm only going to get 20% off. With the Douglas, I think my club gets either 40 or 50. So
wow, that's huge.
That's a hell of a trail discount.
I can get you know what I mean? I can go get a high end.
Yeah.
And not feel like a POS after.
See, that right there is the mark of a true fisherman. It's not, oh dude, I'll get the lower end and it'll be cheaper. It's like, no, now I'm gonna buy the $200 more rod and save $100.
50, like 2/3, you know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, that knocks. That's 250.
I do the same thing, dude. When I went pro
Yeah,
stack for FX, dude, it was like I was buying all the extreme angler rods because I was like, wow, I'm getting a discount now, so it's
yeah,
like buying the
exactly.
regular one.
Go up. I think I did the same thing with my Dobbins. Like, so yeah, with my Dobbins, I got my two Dobbins rods when American Legacy was giving you 40% back on a gift card. So I got the Champion XP, the Chatterbait rod, and I got the 610 Caden. And I got a gift card the next day for like $195. And then I bought an MGL, the Corrado.
There you go.
And I think out of my pocket, I paid like $12. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah, that's worth it.
I win.
Yeah, worth it all the way.
I was like, worth it. I was like, I win. I'm good. And then I think, yeah, that's how I got. And then I put the Corrado MGL with my Chatterbait, and that's my Chatterbait combo. That's my lightsaber.
Yeah. So what's your next bait, bro?
My next bait. Damn, y'all snagged them for me. Okay, hold on. I got to switch over. I'm going to go a hard bait now because y'all done took the swim jig from me. Tweez brought the Chatterbait out.
That was just my go-to, man. My go-to.
Yeah, swim jig, chatterbait. The thing about them is the versatility. Like the swim jig for me is the beauty of it is I can fish it, swim it, but then you can also fish it like a jig. So you kind of get you don't have the space for 20 rods in a kayak, so you get the versatility of having multiple bait casts in one rod.
Okay. Yeah. I know with that chatterbait, like when it's not windy, when it's calm waters, I used to I switch over to the stealth blade.
Yep.
Stealth
Same thing with chatterbait. You can yo-yo it.
Here's my next one. 6th Sense Pressure Series. This is the PD7. Earlier in the year, this thing was pretty much unbeatable. It's a slow float, almost suspending crank. So it gets down there and you can just stop it. I like to burn, pause. Excuse me. Like Tactical Warehouse be talking about, or Tactical Bassin be talking about. But yeah, this one. And then I do like the 4 as well. They got the shallow runner. I think they go from 4 to like 20. I got the 4, 7, 10. But I throw the 4 and the 7 the most. With the 7 being my favorite. The PD7. I actually got to get more of these. It's crazy. I have a bunch of 4s and 10s. And the ones I thought I was going to like the 10s the most, but the 10s are a little big. Hold on.
The 10s go up a little bit in size. That's the whole thing. The body gets bigger.
A little big for my liking, and it's like I feel like with the 10s, it goes to that like I need a crankbait rod. Like I need like a 7. You know what I mean? Like I can like feel it digging. Like that's a 10.
So you got to get that true like moderate action.
Yeah. Let me see the front of it. He's stuck. All right, there you go.
It's got that more rounded bill.
Okay. Yeah, I see you. Okay. That's all I want.
It's got that like deep diver, but it's kind of like it's almost like the Money Badger bill.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't. Honestly, I feel like they are like Money Badgers. It's 6 cents.
It's very similar to that bill style.
Oh, I don't care
bait though.
Badger.
No,
Money Badger is okay.
I ain't caught a fish on it yet.
I caught fish on it, but I caught some decent fish on it, but I just don't care for it.
Luck with them.
I don't like the swim. I don't like the action of it.
They weren't designed for bass.
Yeah, they for walleye.
They were designed for trolling for walleye, and Rudd caught a bunch of bass on them, so then they started marketing them for bass.
Yeah, they crossed over.
They were actually designed for trolling too. They weren't even designed for cast retrieve. They were designed to be thrown behind a boat and dragged.
That's great.
But
I should have did that the other day, man. Try to catch me some walleye.
That's mine.
Dude, it works with jerk baits for walleye too. Do the same thing. Throw like a husky jerk or like a stunner. Just throw it off. Just cast it as far as you can.
Long line it.
And just long line it and pedal, dude. And those freaking walleye will smash those. Lake trout will do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
That's how we
Cool.
get lake trout up here on Champlain. We will go out in the early season and just throw them out, throw one on either side, get like a 10-foot diver and a 3-foot diver, and just stick them under the seat, run them off the side, and pedal, and they'll come up
Hey.
and smash them.
All right.
That's
What
what's up.
about Tweez? What else you got next? Swing us around again.
I'm gonna slow it down a little bit, man. A lot of my big fish came on a wacky rig, man. Biz bait, wacky rig. You know what I mean? And when I tell you, man, the wacky rig is so versatile. You know what I mean? You throw it in every condition, cold, hot, you know what I mean, wherever. It get bit. You know what I mean? But the stick bait been a staple this year. And I've been throwing these exclusive. You know what I mean? Like unless I run out and then I may pick up another pack that I already have. But Biz Baits, man, that's they good, man. They stink so well. Even though the fish don't smell it. You know what I mean? Smell good to me.
So
But
you know, I'm
wacky
starting to think that smell thing does more, and the more I like listen to biologists and all that stuff, I think that it's more to keep our scent off the bait, and when they get up to it and they inspect it for that second, they don't smell you.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense. Almost like deer, you know, where
Yeah,
you're right.
My eye,
You
okay.
know? Because they'll pull up
Yeah.
and they'll smell you, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm out."
Yeah,
Something's
yeah.
off. You know what I
But,
mean?
but I've been throwing various colors of this. I like June bug. I was throwing all white, all black. I think I got some more stick baits over here. I don't. With stick baits, man, I get a little crazy with it sometimes. I may throw a pink in there. You know what I mean? Like I said, I throw a straight black. But or white. But that's my main colors: white, black, June bug. Yeah, but that's man. I caught so many fish, dude. On a wacky rig, dude. And then you can fish it so many ways. You can dead stick it. You know what I mean? You can jerk it, move it around however you want, throw it around trees. I wouldn't recommend throwing it around trees because you get a wacky rig by a tree, you getting hung up. But you know what I mean? For the most part, you know, you can throw it any and everywhere, man, and catch fish. But a lot of my big fish this year came on a wacky rig, man. It helped win some of those monthlies, putting up those 21 inchers.
I didn't want to like do this to you guys, but
There it is.
so wacky rig, you stole the bait, but I'm going to show you the answer to your you can't throw the wacky rig around wood is this right here.
Yeah, I got some of those, but I don't
So
like those because my hook set, like once I hook set, I feel like I lose a lot of fish on that.
So I will say, and it's not because I'm wearing the hat, the reaction tackle ones, I don't know what it is about their points on them. I used to have the same problem with like the VMCs and all that.
Yeah.
the
But
round
those
circle
those
hooks.
reaction tackle ones, the way that head is, I've had very. Granted, I do hook set a little harder than most, so it might be just me with my ability to like get it through their face. But
Yeah.
every time I've hit them with those, I've had it right in the roof of their mouth where I've had to have pliers to pry that hook back out of their mouth.
Mm.
I don't know what it is, but the whole scent thing that you guys were talking about earlier, I will say, I used to say scent was completely bullshit, but this little purple package, there's something about this particular bait.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the color, and like this color specifically, you can't get that June bug color. Everybody else is like almost like a black, like the purple is dark.
So
That
you
bait
realize
right
those-
there, this right here won me 3 turns.
Yeah, these are pretty dark.
And that matte color, I don't know if it's the matte color or the lovely foot powder, weird protein powder, whatever the hell scent that these have on them.
Well, what it is with those Berkeleys is what I've read is that they take real shad and they grind it up real good, and then they put it, and that's what you smell in there.
That
And
makes sense.
I guess the in a boat tournament scene, they was trying to ban that Berkeley, Max Sense stuff because it got real live bait in it. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
you can look it up and see. You know
No,
what
it
I
makes
mean?
sense, dude.
So you know how you know Berkeley stuff is real? To this day, I'm like 99% sure about this. Berkeley does not have a patent. And the reason why is because when you patent anything, you have to release exactly what's in it so that people know what not to copy.
Yeah.
So what
And
they
they won't
said
patent
was,
it.
they said, screw it, figure it out.
Yep.
You know
Yeah.
you won't figure it out, so go ahead and try.
Well, they got real dead shad in there. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what it is, then
It's in a formula.
That might be what it is, but
y'all can look it up, man. It's on YouTube and it's out there, dude. You just gotta look it up.
I still gotta read that book that Rod talks about.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get that too. That thing.
Dude, I'm telling you, don't buy it yet because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy it. I'll mail it down to you when I'm done with it.
All right.
It's $180 book, but you know what, dude? I mean, we just talked about $180 worth of bait, so I guess it's really not much to.
Yeah, right.
It's a lot for a book, but if it's gonna teach me how to catch fish, then what the hell?
It's over 180 right here.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say,
shit, just like, is real right there. That's $300.
Literally directly behind that camera is 15 rods leaning against the wall. So
like
yeah, I mean,
sections in here. It's like there's 2 Megabasses in there. There's a World Pop, and then there's a bunch of Provokes. I'm like,
yeah, that right there's a book. Yeah,
you know.
What's your second bait, Mike?
So this bait, I don't know if they make this color anymore, but it's actually crankbait. I'm going to change it up on you guys. So this is the 13 Scamp, but that's their Fire Tiger color.
Mm-hmm.
That particular color won me 2 tournaments this year. This is actually the 1 to 3 foot, but I have it in the 3 to 5 foot, which is like the bigger version. So this is like if you're doing like Strike King or Lose, this would be like in that 1.5 range versus the 2.5 side. That one right there, I caught a 20-inch largemouth in a tournament on a couple different tournaments, and the bigger brother of that I actually caught my PB Smalley on in a previous tournament. But what it is I don't know if you guys can hear it, but like the rattles in this thing are like intense. Like this is one of those baits that when you're reeling it and it's not windy, you hear it coming back.
Yeah.
Like you hear that tick all the way coming back to the boat. I think it's more the sound profile than the actual color of the bait. But that bait, and I think the reason is because I can't find it. They don't really have it anymore. You can find some stores that still have a couple in stock or eBay it, but it's one of those colors that's just like not around anymore.
I'm not a huge fan of a bunch of rattles though.
See, dude, I love silence, dude. I rock a lot of silent crankbaits more than loud ones, but that particular bait, I don't know why.
Cool. Well, I guess that'll take me into mine since you said that. I'll piggyback off of you, and I guess man can go after me. So yeah, this would be my third one, man. The Berkeley Frit side. Yeah. Man, this is my favorite. You see the rash marks on it. Like this thing got busy for me, man. And it still do. Like I've been using this things for years, man. And this 3D color print. And listen,
those are not only silent, but they're like real tight.
They got a real tight shimmy. And then also the kind of what Maine showed with that bait earlier. This is a slow rising, slow to none actually. So when you get it down there, it comes down. If you stop it right here, it's just gonna stay right here, or slow up. And I'm telling you, like once you come down and stop it, that's when you get a lot of bites. And then also, man, like I burn this thing a lot. I burn it real fast, and I get a lot of bites on that. And I like to throw mines on what's this gear ratio? Like a 6:2 to 1. What's this? 6:8 to 1. So I like to slow it down. But with the slow gear though, I still burn it. But that'll still slow it down a little bit. But and I use 12 pound test.
I don't really go below 12-pound tests. I haven't found that there's really any advantage.
No, it's not.
I feel like once you get to 12, actually I will say when I've gone to 10, I've broken more 10-pound than I ever broke 12.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't know why that makes a difference. It might just be in my head, but I feel like once I go down to 12, I start breaking knots, I start breaking line. 100%. But when I get on 12, I'm fine. So I just don't go below that.
Muted so you didn't have to hear me digging through my tackle box. But yeah, it's 100% fact. I don't go below 12 anymore, especially in tournaments. It's not worth it.
And if you look at like the dimensions, you're talking like a tenth of a millimeter. Like it's so small of a different thickness.
I don't deserve to catch you then. That's fine. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I will go find a more aggressive fish then.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That thing, man. That get
10th.
Look at the paint on that. They look real.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, that paint job.
You know what's funny though? Those rash marks on that are probably why you're catching fish with it too, though. It's the weirdest thing, dude. Like I've seen so many guys get baits repainted, and I'm like, don't do that. If it's working, don't change it.
Yeah.
Don't change the hooks. Don't change nothing. Leave it right where it is, because something about that is making him bite.
I heard somebody on YouTube say, man, if you having a tough time on a lake, go in your box and get the crankbait that got the most rashes on it. It don't matter if it's a winter bait or fall, whatever. Whenever you just get it out and throw it, man. I'm telling you, they said you'll catch fish, but this is one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Just the fish side in general. I got all colors, man. So I use all different colors. I do have my favorites, but I got all colors and they situational. So you know what I mean? Different colors for different situations.
Yes, sir. Keep it flowing. My next up, this particular color too, jerkbait. Real big on the 97 size this year.
I like the 97s. Yeah, I'm the same one of those.
Well, I do have them with rattles. This one's silent. I think all the ones I have here are going to be silent. Yep, I do have them with rattles. This particular one was my favorite color out of the 97. This is the Milliken Flash. I like this a lot. And with the smaller one, it still does have the 3 hooks, as you can see on there. Big fan of that. I also
those aren't even hooks on those, dude. Those are like razor blades, dude. Those
it doesn't make
stupid. Those jerkbait hooks will make you bleed. You guaranteed you catch a fish, you're gonna bleed. Trying to get that back out of his face.
Ridiculous. I only use pliers.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot. You're gonna end up in the hospital if you don't.
This is their Matt Minnow. Milliken's Matt Minnow, I think it is. This is their Matt Minnow imitator.
Now, what kind of jerkbait is that? Is that the Provoke?
Provoke 97.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one I got my PB on.
Jan, everybody here knows I'm a fanboy. Cool. Take it for what you want. When I say this, like there's certain baits, like there's new baits that you pick up. I think we've all done this, and you go, ooh. Nah, it can't be that good. And you go out again and it works again, and you're like, damn, it can't be that good. And then it works again, and you go, damn, is this one of them ones? I don't know about everybody else's luck. This particular one right here was that bait for me this year. Okay. I went out early in the spring. I went to Lake X, and I was like, oh, let me go try them at Lake X. You know, they'll be a good spot to test them because I know I'll catch fish. So by every cast, every other cast, 2 other guys were with me, Tommy and Pat. And like, I'm not bragging. I'm not way better than them or anything. We were bank fishing. I don't think anybody's way better in bank fishing. You know, you're kind of just casting to the lake. But, you know, I was out catching them. by a good margin. And Tommy was throwing a 110. So I was out catching him by a good margin. On
I'll prove he's not a fanboy. That's my number one jerkbait right there, and it's just a different color pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing down here, but I caught my PB on a provoke. 8 pounds, 23 inches.
Saying they make some damn good jerk.
That 97, there's just something about the way it's the profile of it or something. It's just,
I don't know. Yeah.
and the fact that it has 3 hooks in that. The only problem I will say, if you want to complain about those, is 2 of those hooks are going to be in its gill plate or on the side of its head.
Yeah.
Because they T-bone it.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I think it's because of the smaller size of it. They come in sideways, and you got 1 hook on either side of the gill plate every time. Which, to be honest, you're getting that fish in because he can't get off of that thing with 3 hooks in his face. But
yeah,
they T-bone it. They don't head on it. They don't back it. It's always sideways in their mouth.
Yep. And then late in the year, another jerkbait. I think I talked about this already. This is the World Minnow.
Okay.
We got the see that
that's Shimano, right?
Yeah, that's the Shimano. So you see that
it's got like the flash inside.
Yeah, it got a vibrating flasher thing.
It's called the Flash Boost.
Yeah,
okay.
Flash Boost.
That's crazy, dude.
It's another one of those ones where like
that thing is expensive.
Oh yeah, it's $25.
I was gonna say those aren't cheap.
Dude, you don't think it works, and you're like, in a tournament, tied it on. Like I called Nico. A couple of you guys might have talked to him and like know who he is from being in the comments, but I called Nico because he was on a different lake. Like, hey Nico, what's going on? How you doing? Oh yeah, I got 70-something inches. I'm doing it all right. I was like, all right, what are you catching them on? Jerkbait. I was like, what do you think? I was like, I'm actually tying one on right now. What do you think? I should go flash or should I go like Matt? He goes, dude, the sun's up. Take this flashiest one you got out and throw that. So I'm like, okay, well, it's not the flashiest one I got, but it's got the flash boost.
Got something in it, yeah.
You know, and he goes, oh yeah, give that a shot. That should work damn good. I had 1 fish. I sat in 1 spot, and I got my limit. And the water was 15-foot visibility. I was stopping it, and I was almost, I could watch the smallmouth interact with the flash boost. It was literally like one of the coolest things and one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life. I was watching them, like I would pop it, boom, boom, and I would stop it for like 5 seconds, and I would watch them come up and be like, and they were like switching positions on the damn thing, like it was still moving. They were like looking at it, like, "Yo, what the is this? What is?"
Well, you got to think about it. Like a fish is going to be breathing, and their body is going to be undulating a little bit.
Yeah.
So it probably looks more natural because it's got that like flicker to it when it's just sitting there. It's not moving, but it looks like it's like a skirt on a jig or whatever. It's got that pulse to it.
And then the big one I caught like a 18 or something like that. The bigger fish that I caught, dude, like, you know how you catch a jerkbait fish and you hit it again and it's like, boom, okay, there's a fish there.
Yeah, and your rod bounces back at you.
It was a 1-2. I let it sit and I'm, oh my God, my line's moving. Like, dude, hit it and just like okay.
It's like hitting a Ned rig fish where they picked it up and ran off with it.
I watched my line and I stopped it. I was like 1, 2, 3. Oh, going. Okay. Hey. Oh, I got a good one. So that's it for
crazy.
me. I'll probably end up putting a few shingles into these.
I'm gonna have to try those.
Go ahead. It's
I will say in the same vein of like the gimmicky lures, I did try. Have you tried the Livingston lures? Have you seen those?
Mm-mm.
They have they have an electronic like chip in them. It's almost like it's almost like a hydro wave. No, it's actually got a sound to it.
Yeah.
So it's got like a weird speaker that when it gets wet, it actually makes like a bait fish sound, almost like a hydro wave, but it's in the bait, but it supposedly only does it when it's wet. I thought they were pure gimmicky, but I bought one, and I bought one in a color that was like I didn't think it was going to work. And the first like 3 times I fished it, I caught fish on it, and then a pike took it. But and I can't find them around here. But it's an interesting concept because when you put it in water, you can hear it making like a weird noise. It's some sort of like chip inside of it that when it gets wet, it activates the signal to make it do it. How long the battery lasts or whether it's even worth using or not. But I'm going to show a bait that I discovered this year. So I hate walking a frog. I suck at it. So I used to just use like Zoom horny toads because I needed something for top water. So I actually tried these out because my boy Mikey actually did a video on them.
The Spro.
And
is that
Spro? Yeah, it's the Spro. It's the flapping frog. This one's a 65. Dude, these, I will say, there's something about these that works really, really well. But the other thing that sucks about these is that the hardware, it will rip that harness out of that. The fish will rip the harness out of these.
Oh, yeah. So you got to go.
They'll pull that harness through. So you got to like either fix it,
mend it,
or buy a new one. That's why I have one in the package right here because literally I got them. It'll rip this part right here. You guys can see that it's like a harness in there, and it will rip it out completely.
I don't
like you'll literally have to like stuff it back through the frog.
Yeah, the one I had from Gunnersville, I stopped caring. Like they were just destroying it.
Those are thermoplastic. Let me tell you, those do the same thing Z-Man does to other shit in your box.
Really?
Be very careful because I had a black one.
They're all Spro frogs.
They're made out of the Spro flapping frogs are made out of that same thermoplastic that they make Z-Man stuff out of. And they will the flapping frog specifically will actually interact with certain plastisol baits and melt to them. I lost a couple of them. I found that because I never thought that would happen. So I put them right in with, like, I had them in with a Texas rig, and it fused to my wacky rig and my Texas rig, and it became this weird ball of.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, but those right there, if you're getting into, if you want to fish a top water bait that you can throw this thing in, I was throwing it in slop, like just straight. You could almost walk on this stuff. It was so thick.
Yeah.
And you can work. And what's cool about it is because of the way those legs kick, you can either slow roll it, you can pop it, you can work it fast, slow, whatever you want to do. It will come right over top. But it's wicked. Like, if you guys can see, like, it is super soft. Like, it's a super flexible. So, like, you don't miss the hookup on these baits. And the hooks will actually, a lot of times what you'll see is they'll do this when you hook them. They'll actually spin out away from the bait. So the bait will actually stay hooked better because a lot of times when they hit it from the side, it'll spin those hooks out. And you won't have, like, they'll literally be like that when you get it back to the boat.
Yeah. It's so
you don't run into that problem. I actually literally popped it out because this is one of the ones I was saying. This is what happens, though. You guys see the end of it. This is one of the ones that I had to fix. It literally, the whole harness comes out of the front of it. So you have to put it back through.
The hell out of one.
Yeah, that frog really not that durable, man, as far as like once you start catching fish at it.
No, it's really not. It does catch fish really well, though.
So did you guys get the first run of them?
I've had a bunch of these.
So I bought the very first run.
Oh, really?
They were trash. So
that's what our whole team was using during.
Yeah,
Knucklehead.
Oh, really?
So at one point, these damn things, they had. So I think So the water release system, no freaky, is in its ass.
Right.
It was right here. There was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a weight in it. So you would cast, and I backlashed my braid. I bring the bait back. There's a giant hole in the belly.
Oh, the weight came right out of it.
Because they just glued the weight in the bottom. But the inertia from you backlashing.
Yep. I could see that.
It sent it right out. And like a lot of people sent them emails and they sent them a bunch of the new ones, but they changed the bait quick. They literally changed it so quick.
I will say though, dude, Spro in general, when it comes to frogs, Spro has some. They got the bronze eye. Like they have a lot of frogs that do really well.
Tweez, if you like live colors, you'll like this jerk bait.
Let me see.
Dude, send me that. What's that? The Shimano one? Is that what that jerkbait was?
Real minnow. This is a live shad from 6 Cents.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
do like that color actually.
Yeah.
I haven't even thrown it yet. It's just in the box, but it's a 97.
That's how you know you have a problem.
They got a color like that, similar like in that fresh side that I throw a lot.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, I gotta get that.
Yeah, that live shot. That
Cannot have
well, I guess I'll keep the party going. So
that. Yeah, we'll get another 1 or 2 in here and then we'll pop off.
all right. I was early in the year I was doing some bigger swim baits and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And every time Berkeley would come out with some, I'd grab it and see if it worked. But the one that I had the most success on was the Nessie.
Yeah, that's got some weird reviews though. Like some people love it. It's a very polarizing bait. Guys either love it or
it's
hate
it's super light. I had to add a nail weight in it, but you go to a good fishery, you can get some fish on it.
I haven't tried it yet. That's something I'm definitely going to invest in next year, just because I don't like the idea of having to have a specialized swim bait rod.
Yeah,
just to throw certain baits. Dude,
and that right there.
I got one of them.
I've been working with this, and this thing it got me some fish.
Those things, dude, look,
and it's crazy. Yeah,
sneaky in the water, man.
Yeah,
you ever, those things they don't just swim. They
got some good action to it though. So yeah, those well, I just went with the swim bait deal. You know what I mean? Bigger swim bait or.
Yeah, my boy from eBay actually painted me one of those. He can get blank if you want customs of those. Let me know because eBay he can paint those.
I actually got that from AliExpress, so that thing cost me about $5.
$6 with $7 of shipping.
Yeah, well, I got a whole haul of stuff. So
gotcha. So it's not bad.
I got like free shipping because I bought so much. I think I bought like $100 worth of swim baits, dude. And when I tell you $100 worth of swim baits, you get a lot of swim baits.
Yeah, from them, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, tell a funny story though. I got so many swim baits. I got them hanging like in my tackle wall like this, and dude, like I brushed past one of them, dude. One stuck me in my butt, dude, and they got caught in my ass, man. Like no lie, I had to like. Hey, I had to pull my pants out outside, dude, to pull the hook out my butt, dude. Hey, it was embarrassing.
Dude, I had to have a hook surgically removed from my freaking love handle for the same reason, dude. I was rigging a rod, and I set one rod down next to me, and I sat down, and I'm rigging the rod, and then I looked, and the freaking crankbait, the freaking treble was
went right
up in.
Damn.
Once you get a treble in you, dude. It's one thing getting an EWG in your hand. That's not as big a deal. Trebles don't come back out, dude.
You either got it's a crazy man. I don't think I'm not doing it. Like how you see them guys like just rip it out. Like if it's not my friend, I don't think I could do that to myself.
No, I do it. Shit,
yeah.
It gotta go. It gotta come out.
It depends. Like,
well, they got it now. It got to come out. You know what I mean? So if you do it the correct way, it's a correct way to do it.
Yeah,
they got an actual tool now.
Yeah,
where it pushes it down and you can just snatch it.
Yeah.
Now I do recommend, from a safety standpoint, bring yourself a pair of diagonal cutters. Have them in your kayak, because if you can cut that barb off,
cut the barb off,
and then you can pull it back through.
Yeah, it sucks.
Basically, it sucks because you have to push it through a lot of times because the barb is just under your skin. But if you can get it back out and get that barb clipped, it
should just pull right out.
It does. I'm a redneck, dude. Trust me, I've done it a couple of times.
Hey, I was by myself one time, dude, and they got it where it didn't go into me all the way, but the barber's like right there. I ended up just cutting my skin, dude, because I felt like it'd just do it. You know what I mean? I just cut the skin and just pull it out because it was a lot better to do that versus
I think the problem too is
pulling it out because you could pull out more meat and all that stuff with it.
Yeah.
well, the concern honestly is like you start hitting nerve and shit.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, those hooks are literally designed to stay in flesh, so the whole point is that they're not going to come out.
Facts.
Yeah, dude, I actually literally had like this going on with a fish on the other end one day.
Yeah.
Like through the cuticle all the way through my fucking thumb, so it was like literally through it like that, and then I had a fish on the front hook. So I'm trying to like hold the fish and get the freaking fish off so I could.
No.
Yeah.
I'd freak out.
Yeah.
I got lucky. I got lucky one day, you know, the hook, it went right and like it skinned me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the hook, it went right in there, dude, and it just curved all the way around. I said, dang. I was lucky enough I was able to just get it right out.
Yeah, mine was literally, it was hooked in his chin and his mouth, and I got the one out of his chin, and then he jumped. And when he jumped, drove that hook in my hand. So then I had to I literally had to hold the fish, pin the fish down in my lap, and use split ring pliers to get the damn crankbait off my hand so that I could then unhook the fish to get rid of it. Because I drove home with a freaking dude. I got 2-3 pairs of those in my, because again, pike, man.
I don't play no games.
I ain't got no shame in using those, dude. I like I said, I don't handle pike.
I think there's a video I just hooked up. Yeah, I have a picture on my phone, and I almost feel whack because I'm like, dang, I got the fish grippers in it. There it is,
dude. But you know what, dude? I will say I will use fish grippers when
that's a good fish.
When I catch a
man, you holding a bass with some grippers, man? No, I'll just miss.
That's what I'm saying. But I had it. It's because number one, he was on the scale, and then number two, I caught him on a jerkbait. So I caught him on the jerkbait.
I will do jerkbaits. I will use the grippers.
Yeah, I put him on the scale, and then my boy goes, "Yo, let me get a picture." I didn't even think twice. I just held the scale up.
Yeah.
You know, I just held the scale.
No, dude, I'll use a lip gripper when I got jerkbait. When they get it good.
Yeah,
with jerkbait, because then you can at least distance your hand away from them hooks.
He threw me a scale. I was like, "Thank you." I just literally.
But you notice
held the line.
The big ones don't jump as much.
And just do.
Nope.
Yeah. They really don't.
Well, smallies do, but largies.
Yeah, small, but largies, they don't jump once they.
Smallmouth are the most freaking camera shy fish on the planet, dude. They will not stay on a freaking measuring board. Nothing.
It's crazy. Yeah, TX said he had to deal with the same thing.
Dude, it's not I think the worst part is, dude, it takes forever to heal because you basically just injected yourself with bacteria.
Yeah.
Because it's just nasty fish water that it was in a hook, it was in a fish's mouth, now it's in your body. Like it's just you're gonna get an infection in it.
Like Bradley says, he rips them out with pliers. TX also said he uses fish grippers.
You want to know the dumbest hook I ever gotten myself? So you know how the Old Town has the mesh pockets on the side? I put a crankbait down in there, didn't realize it, and the hook was sticking out through the mesh, and I got my toe.
Ooh.
So it was like my toe on the inside of my foot. The hook was in my toe going that way towards the front of the kayak. So my toe was pinned to the fucking mesh inside on the side of my kayak. So I had to kick my foot forward to get the hook out of my toe. I didn't even realize it till I felt pain. And then I looked and my kayak started filling up with blood because I'd gotten it in just a good spot where it was bleeding and my foot was in water. So it was just bleeding out into my kayak. And I was like, I couldn't, at that point, I was like,
I can't
70 pounds heavier. I couldn't even bend my fat ass down there to get to the hook to unhook it. So I was just like, okay. And I kind of leaned just right and just took my foot and just kicked my foot forward and it came off. I'm so glad it didn't catch because I probably would have ripped my freaking toe off.
Y'all a real G, man. I'm going to show y'all. I wasn't going to show everybody this, man. But, I'm going to do it on your page. That flapping frog, that's what got that at the knucklehead.
Dude, that that bait, that's nice. That's
Oh,
cool,
man.
dude.
So
I love that they do that, dude. That's one of the coolest, like, of all the prize things to give out, that's the coolest. Like, I would rather have that than a trophy.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that's so freaking awesome that they do
that's
that.
why I got. That's why for the NC, I got to get down there and I got to get the top 100 board. Squeezy, let me see the top 100.
you know I was gonna grab it for you, broski.
As soon as I hope, when do they release the actual? Do they know when they actually schedule the tournament?
The NC,
Yeah,
I think it's scheduled. Yeah, dude. Like I need that.
that's cool, dude.
That's all that matters to me, dude. Because
Yeah,
now
that'd be
can't
cool.
nobody take nothing away from you. Can't nobody say nothing, dog.
Yeah, it ain't about the money, man. It's about the hardware, man.
That's it.
For me at least.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's cool.
Because that's
You're not gonna
realistically.
You're not gonna make a living doing tournaments anyway.
Let's be real.
Nah.
Let's all be real. Everyone sitting here, everyone listening. If you won, granted, you might go pay in today's world. I hear you. You might go pay a bill or two. If you won $2,000 right now, where is it going? For everyone here.
Dude, if I
Back in the vision.
at the end of the day, dude, if you win $2,000 at a tournament, you probably had to drive 10 hours to get to said tournament, pay for a hotel, pay for you probably got $1,000 invested in said tournament before you even started fishing. So you didn't really make that much money. Like,
You know what I mean?
Think about the gas, you know what I mean?
you're not getting rich doing especially kayak tournaments,
And you're
dude.
putting most of it back in.
So that's all. I mean, I do tournaments specifically as a measuring stick for where I'm at. If I get beat, which I'm gonna get beat, and I have, then I get humbled, and then I get hungry, and then that's why half of these baits I just show. That's why I learned how to fish them.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't keep going down the bank with a wacky rig. I can't keep using the same square bill. I need to learn how to fish conditions, how to adapt, what to do. And
gotta be versatile.
Build that Rolodex of information so that at the end of the day, all tournaments is going, I think I should use this. There's no actual scientific reason I should use XYZ bait other than one Tuesday when I didn't feel like going to work one day, this bait worked in this situation. So I'm going to try it in this situation because it's similar. And that's all fishing ends up being, dude, is it's just a whole bunch of scenarios that play together. And the thing is I could go to a spot, hand tweezy my rod, hand main my rod, and you won't catch a goddamn thing. And then take that back and then start catching them. Like there's so many variables to every single thing. So and that's before you guys run out and go buy every one of these baits that we talked about. Keep that in mind. They're situational. There's reasons to use them, and there are confidence baits because we've put.
And then we don't like. I won't fish the chatterbait like Michael fished the chatterbait. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And I was like, to be honest with you, I was kind of like, when I first started posting and stuff, I was kind of nervous about posting my stuff because I didn't want to give up the juice. You know what I mean? But at this point, it's like, it don't matter. You gotta catch the fish. You know what I mean? And only thing that's gonna really help you is time on the water. You know what
exactly.
I mean? So you gotta get out there. You gotta fish on it. You gotta hit different situations with these different baits to try to see what's going on and how they work and what they look like under the water. And I was having a hard time coming to terms with sharing my stuff, but now at this point, I don't even care. You know what I mean? And it's easy to get spun out in the tournament too. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's good to share your stuff because somebody else might, you know what I mean, might share their stuff, and here it is. You build off of what they doing.
That's it.
It's at the end of the day, I think confidence is probably the better bait than any of the baits that we just talked about.
Yeah.
If you're confident in your 6 Sense Provoke, or you're confident in your jackhammer or whatever, like, I don't think it matters what color it is. If you're confident in the way you fish it and how you fish it, I think it could be freaking any color you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've had so many times where, and I've done it. Like, I've done it with buddies. I've been like, dude, I catch 10 fish in a row, and I've handed my buddy my rod.
Yeah.
He's using the same thing I'm using. Can't catch a fish on it.
Right.
It's just something about you do something a little different. And I will say, if you're a content creator or not, take a camera, point it at your face, and go fishing, and then watch, because you will learn little crap that you didn't realize you were doing that will help you catch fish.
Right.
I noticed certain little things, little hitches.
Yep.
I thought I was straight burning a bait, but I'd stop to scratch my face, and then I got the hook set.
Yep.
You realize a lot about your game by watching yourself fish. Even if you never plan on posting that video, slap that camera in front of you, pointing at you, and just watch yourself fish for a little bit, because you'll be surprised the little things you'll learn. That's how I discovered that Berkeley, that purple Maxent bait. I thought I was fishing a Yumdinger one day. I had a bag full of baits, and I had just mixed all the crap up in a bag in a Ziploc because I didn't want to carry a bunch of bags. And I thought I was fishing a Yumdinger. Went back and watched my video and realized it was that Maxent bait. I didn't even realize I'd changed worms.
Yeah.
But because I went back and watched the video, oh, dude, that wasn't the Yumdinger. That was the freaking Maxent.
Yeah, that happened all the time, man. I throw all my, I just threw some regular.
Yeah, that bag I was pulling those out of, I've got freaking grande basses and everything else in that. I just throw. Sometimes I throw them all back in the same bag.
Yeah, these two different ones look the same, but you see one got a hook keeper and the other one don't.
Yep.
Let me see, where is it?
So that's one thing. It's not necessarily a bait, but a recommendation is, even if you're not planning on ever posting a video, slap your phone in a holder in front of you, watch yourself fish for a few hours, and then go back and watch it. You'll see little nuances and stuff that you may be able to key off of. Because I've learned a lot from watching myself fish.
That's very true. Yeah. That is very, very true. It's very interesting.
Hey, to go back and it's crazy because you go back and watch yourself and you be amazed. You be like, dang, whatever. I'll be hyping myself up when I go back catching fish.
What's funny is my wife picks on me because I'll be up here laughing at myself too, because you have some of the dumbest conversations with yourself when you're
like, damn, why did I even say that?
You're just sitting there like, dude, should I go fish that tree or that rock? But there's that bird over there. There's a flock of birds. Like, you're having this whole conversation with yourself, arguing with yourself.
Or you just be mumbling.
And you're just,
I just be like,
my thing is, I don't finish my thoughts. I don't feel I'll be talking or something. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go and then I just stop.
Yep.
I do that all the time. It's so
or you watch. The other thing I see is like, this is how you know you've been doing it too long, is you're reeling a fish in and you're looking for the next cast. I do that shit all the time. I'll have the fish halfway through the boat, and then you'll see me like, oh, there's a tree over there. I should probably hit that net. Like, I'm already like a cast ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just autopilot to get that fish back in.
Facts.
It's the craziest thing.
But all right, fellas, we hit an hour and a half. I think we could probably get another hour and a half if we all weren't tired. Easy.
Like I said, dude, I'm switching to Wednesdays. Hit me up. I am on the DL until ice freezes the lakes up, so I got nothing to do on Tuesday nights for a long time.
I want no parts of that, so I hope we have another light winter.
Yeah.
I appreciate you fellas always joining me, taking the time. Shut up, Michael Bradley. He goes, don't mention Sugar Main. That's never gonna leave me. Caro sneaking in nice and late. I know you in the background.
She went fishing earlier. She hopped in the live with me.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta start doing some of them lives fishing like you guys do.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of lakes I can really do it. But.
Yeah. I think
anytime you go out, bro, if you can just like turn the live on, just turn it on.
Well, no, he's in the middle of the sticks. That's
dude, I've got like when you pull into the boat ramp, your phone goes into like the searching for service airplane mode.
SOS mode.
Yeah, there's a couple lakes I can do it though. I might try it.
We caught some fish on the net. That's what I was gonna show y'all too before we got off of here. My favorite, the Z-Man net locks. I like rocking with those.
Okay.
Yeah. And they do good with the Z-Man base. You already know that the last tech. I go with the 1/5 and 1/6. But man, I know you're trying to get out of here. Go ahead, brother. I just showed him this while you talk.
Oh no, I was gonna say get it in. You're already there. Yeah, it's all right. A few minutes ain't gonna hurt. I
See,
know.
man, that lock, this thing is crucial because you know, just like with any other plastic, you go and you know, once you put it around a bigger hook keeper, it rips. You know what I mean? And then it messes up your bait. But you already know with these man net locks, that keeper right there is crucial to these baits, man. You already know you can stretch these things out halfway across the country. You know what I mean? But once you put that mug on there, you can throw this bait all day, bro. And it's not.
I'm gonna have to try those because I've struggled with the regular
Man.
EWGs. I like that lock system. That's
So
nice.
you just
Man,
pull
when
it
I take
over,
huh?
you just pull it up and over like you just did.
Yeah,
Stretch.
you just stretch it over. And the thing is, like it's so stretchy, it's staying spot. And then if you can really see, it got like a little sharpness.
I've seen them in person.
Yeah, so that really keep that bait in place,
like
man. And I'm telling you, the only thing that goes bad on this is the bottom part where you hook it in to, you know, skin hook it or whatever. So you get that around there, that piece stay on there like it's nothing. Like what really goes bad is like you keep hooking it in and out, and that hole
just keeps getting wider and wider.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but the good thing about it, you just cut that down, and then here it is. You just keep making it smaller until you got a little bitty Ned rig. And the good thing about these baits is, you know, these Elastex, they float. So when this goes and sit down like this, instead of this laying down at an angle or whatever, this thing gonna float right. It's gonna float straight up like that.
Yep.
You know the little trick to make them float better, right?
What's that?
If you stretch them out and like
the salt out a little bit.
Yeah, let a little bit of the salt out. Because I've noticed that when you first get them out the package, if you just throw them in the thing, they will lay down. They're a little bit more reluctant to stand up. But if you just take the end, what I do is I just take like maybe the last 2 inches, and I'll hold it like that, and then stretch it.
I don't do that. I don't do that for the float. I do that for when just if they bite it, they get that salty taste in their mouth like a dead animal. You know what I mean? Like So it'd be a little salty. So I do it so they can keep it in their mouth, not for the float, but maybe.
I know a lot of guys will do that with the Senkos and stuff too to get the color to make the shine come off of them too. They'll roll them on there.
Dull baits.
Yeah. A beat up bait is always good. Like you said, the hash marks. You know what I mean? Them rash marks and hashes.
Yep. Looks more
when
natural.
When it look beat up, then that's when you can get some bites. But look, it got so much salt on here, dude. Look at my phone.
Yeah, I see that.
Damn. That just came out just then.
That's crazy.
But, man, yeah, appreciate you having me on, though, man.
Yeah, of course, Therese. You already know. Always get you on. Mike will get you on again.
Oh, we'll be back. We'll be doing this a lot more. I'm always looking for guests on my pod, so I should get you on my pod soon too.
Yeah, holler at me, man. I'll pop over, you know what I mean? And then maybe we can do some co-hosting things on Wednesday if you're gonna move over to Wednesday, because I've been going live on Wednesdays
there it is.
Like the whole year, man. I bought the StreamYard for the year, you know what I mean? So that way I don't have no monthly.
So I'm waiting because they like to do a Black Friday sale.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, I bought mine in January, so I committed to it. I'm like, hey,
they do. They sometimes will do a Black Friday sale on the year.
Smart.
Because, dude, they want to. Have you seen their new rate?
No.
Don't cancel yours, dude. They're new. The second tier, like from free to the second tier, is like $45 a month now.
Really?
Wow.
Like they jacked that rate up because it used to be like 19.
Yeah,
it's like $45 a month now.
Wow.
So I'm waiting. I'm hoping that they do a Black Friday sale where if you pay for the full year, they give you like almost half off, and then they lock you in at like a certain rate.
Yeah.
So
that's about what I did. I think I paid like $120 for the whole year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like once you have a rate, they don't change it. That's what's cool is they will lock you in as long as you don't cancel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I don't cancel it.
Yeah, don't because that's why I don't have the big boy one yet because I was like I'm not paying $45 a month.
Yeah.
Unless somebody that has a company wants to sponsor the channel, hit me up. But otherwise, I can't drop 45. I got baits to buy.
Yeah. What?
Then I will give me some of them Shimano jerk baits.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
But all right, fellas, hop off here. Appreciate y'all.
Sure.
And next Tuesday, maybe I'll get one of these guys, or if not both, to pop back on with me again. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Fishing Maniacs, for hanging out, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.
See you guys.